Smart.
Where'd you get the sound?
Hello everybody, so we are live now. We don't hear, they hear.
Right.
From Colin's page to do some live readings. So it's the first time we've done it together without another couple of people joining in. You can only see Arthur Cole's face there. So if you would like a live reading, we've not done it from this page before either, so I'm not sure how many people are going to log on, how many people are going to see it. We're just going to have to go with the flow on it here. And we're going to ramble, or I'm going to ramble, until people start coming on. And because it's Colin's phone, I've got to work out how to see who's joined us. Hi Danny. So if you would like a card reading from either one of us, then just pop hello, and that you would, and then we can start reading for you. Do you need your glasses to see people's names?
Yeah, probably.
Hi Kay, blessings from Cornwall. Hi Danny. Hi Caroline. See, I'm leaving my glasses as well. So, do you want to go first?
You're just doing one card, or
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Is it?
One card per person. So I have to explain how it works to him. One card per person, and then if you get anything else on top of that, go with that. Yeah. Okay. So if you want a particular question, we haven't got too long to do this, so you have to hop on quick. If you want a particular question looked at, or if you want to know some answers, then let us know, so that we just cut the time and we can get straight in with it rather than having to flap about with it all. All right. So you want to do Danny first? I know Danny anyway.
Right. Okay.
You can smile.
Yes. All right.
Lost me really, don't you?
Right. Where are we going in? So let me just pick 1, 2. Okay.
So guys, let us know if you want a card picked for you, please.
So my deck isn't tarot. My deck is completely different. They're called side cards, and they are read differently to tarot, which is good. So for Danny, the card that I picked probably is one of those in the tarot, the Tower. But for me, it just means that in this particular minute is where what's going on currently with you needs some patience, needs a little strength. It's about overcoming. It's about getting through situations. I will pull a second card, because if you get a card like that, then for me you need something to follow on with it. What it does actually say in itself is to hold fast and just deal with things as much as you can, stuff that's within your power to change and to cope with and deal with and sort out. Get on with it and do it. And the stuff that you can't do anything about it. So just be hopeful, be positive, get through this difficult period, and all things being well, at the end of it, things come out in a way where you'll be able to see things a little clearer, and perhaps be able to make choices that make a different impact, that changes your outcomes, and that you'll be able to move forward in. So Danny, I'm going to leave it actually as that is, because it kind of says what it is. All right, so I'll leave that one with you and just wish you all the best on what comes in the future.
All right, Danny, any feedback would be good from anyone. Caroline, where's my cards? Caroline, I do use the traditional tarot card, so we'll see. Oh, I've got someone else's card in there. We'll see what we've got going for you, Caroline. You've got the 5 of Pentacles, Caroline. So this card indicates that you might be going through a little bit of a trying time at the moment, either health-wise and or financial as well. You might have to be careful about what's coming in, what's going out on a financial matter, and just be careful on a health matter as well, where you might have to take respite and accept help from other people. If you're quite stubborn like me, you might not want to accept help, you might not want to ask for help, but just know with this card, the help is there if you are willing to put your hand out for it. Otherwise, you could find that you're going through a bit more of a difficult time than what's needed. It's not the most positive card in the deck, unfortunately, Caroline, but what it does say is that it's only a temporary card. It's not a permanent position that you might be in at the moment that could be causing a little bit of challenges. You might be feeling a little bit left out, but just know that there is hope around the corner, and be open to help and advice and ask for it. Don't struggle on your own there. All right. Okay.
Okay, all right. Let's have a go. Right, K. This card in my pack, the wheel, it talks about going through the same things over and over again. And that could be either emotional work or relationship, anything of that nature. But because it's come up though, and that you're in this cyclical kind of event where you keep doing the same thing or being put under pressure in the same way, it doesn't mean that necessarily you're not looking to change it, but you kind of just fall into it. You just kind of fall into it, the way things come out. But what it means is that it's trying to present to you a way or a knowledge or something whereupon you're given an opportunity to actually break the cycle, as opposed to keep finding out, why am I in this again? Why am I doing the same things? Or why are other people putting me in this same position again?
Sorry.
So it's saying to take action, be aware, look at what this event is, this circumstance that keeps bringing around the same kind of learning, as it were. And this time try and get out of it by action, by decision making, or by actually saying to others that, you know what, I'm not doing this again, enough is enough, and break that. Because once you break that pattern, then you set up another flow, you set up another way of approaching things, and you invite other stuff to come because you've moved on from that situation as it was, and one not to be repeated again, hopefully. Okay, so take notice of it, change it as much as you can, because you're the important one in it, and don't, let others keep you in that situation. Move on and open up the door to other things. All right?
Okay, Nicola. Hello, Nicola. I like doing it on your page because I don't know hardly anyone. Whereas on mine,
I don't use it. You do.
All right, Nicola, you've got the Fool. So this is all about new beginnings, taking a bit of a risk, having a leap of faith. There might be new ventures that are coming up for you, a fresh start that's coming up for you. It's indicating that you might not know where you're going, you might not know what that leap of faith is going to be, but you've got the sun in the background, so you've got the best hope around you. It's a difficult card to pick up as a outcome of a situation when it's only a one card reading. Normally you would need quite a few others around it to decide and see whether it's going to be a good risk or not. But the feeling is very positive. You might be having a spontaneous holiday or being offered something that's quite quick, and this card will say it's really worth taking a little bit of a risk and worth going for it. It's about ventures, it's about travel, but more importantly it's about starting something new again, starting over. You might be in your life where you're taking on, Nicola, a new perspective, a new thought, something where you're changing as well, and you're taking a new leap of faith in your own personal life, not necessarily with a job or whatever. But it's a go for it card. It's very exciting. It's got good influence around younger people as well, so you could hear some good news around younger people here. But be mindful that even though it's a very positive card, that everything does have a risk with it. So if you're taking on really sort of risky risks, just be a little bit mindful with that, because you haven't got other cards that go with it, okay? But as a general rule, that is a very positive leap of faith, new chapter card. Okay, Nicola, so hopefully that makes sense. Tara from Swanage.
Hello, Swanage. I hope it's warmer down there than it is here.
I'm just reading everyone's.
Yeah, so am I talking to Tara?
Tara.
Okay, Tara, let's pull one for you.
Oh, hello, Mandy. Oh, Mandy. You haven't seen her for ages. We said that the other week, didn't we? Sorry, you're concentrating.
Trying. Okay. This card, although it says fortune, it doesn't mean you're going to have a fortune. But then again, it could. But not exactly, because the way that the possibilities to earn good money or to have a surprise income or a drop of money come in is always a possibility. So, but it doesn't dictate definitely that that's the kind of aspect. What it does state more is the fact that slow progression to increase income on a gradual basis, but it's more about sustaining what we've got, but gradually increasing things. And it's involved in work, putting effort in. And at the end, that you see at the top of the stairs, if you can see that card, it's a winding staircase that's lit. You see, it's lit. Although there's elements of darkness in there, it's lit, and it's like instead of an all-encompassing light, and all of a sudden we're wealthy, it talks about finding our way gradually, and it's uphill, this spiraling staircase. It's not steep, it's a gradual incline, so it's about progression. And then at the top there, you can see where there is a chest there with some valuables in it. And so it means if we keep putting in the effort and keep going on, there's no obstacles. There's no obstacles. The only obstacle being you. Keep plodding on in the way that you can, and you get your just rewards, okay? So if finances is an issue for you at this minute and you feel that you're not getting as much as you need, it's just saying keep going, keep plodding on, because you'll get where you need to. All right, Tara? So I hope that helps, as brief as it is with a one card reading for the minute, okay? Thank you.
Okay, I was going to try and look on my phone for it, but it's not coming up. But we've got a couple of messages. So Darren Simmons says hello. Couple say it's nice to see you together. Hi Darren. Hi Mandy.
Do you want to do the next one?
So,
then?
Okay, let's have a look
Danny.
on the next one. No, we've done Danny.
Oh.
Julie Saunders. Okay. Some of the names I recognise, some of them I don't. Julie. Okay. Julie got the Two of Pentacles. This is about juggling. It's about having to make practical decisions. You might be deciding, do I go that way, do I go this way, and having to weigh up the situation and be very practical and down to earth with it. So using your head, not your heart. You could be having two jobs that you're juggling, or two situations. I don't know if you've got children or grandchildren. I don't know your age. Sorry if I've offended you there. It could just be that you've got the Easter holidays, and that you're juggling that. What it's indicating, though, is that you've got, you are able to keep your head above water. You are able to juggle things at the moment. You are able to manage things. And the emotional things that have been going on over the last few months are starting to calm down now, starting to get that balance and that harmony there. You could be robbing Peter to pay Paul a little bit, but you've got the finances there to be able to do that. So even though you are juggling things, you are in a position to be able to juggle it and manage it. I want to say this wouldn't be the first time that you've been in this situation either, so you could be having a little bit of a pattern that's going on with yourself there, and if it's causing too much of an issue, then you might need to look at changing that. But as it goes, twos in the tarot are usually about decisions and choices, and because it's coins, pentacles, it's normally a practical decision there. So if it is a decision that you need to weigh up, you'll get the right balance, you'll make the right decision there as long as you're practical with it and you are keeping your head above water. So just keep going, and the worst times, the more choppy times are behind you. All right, Julie, hope that makes sense. Claire, hello, I would love a card. Please, really wondering if I'm heading on the right path at the moment.
So hello Claire. Let's try and feel if we can pull out a card that would answer that question particularly.
He's so serious, isn't he?
Focused is the word. Focused.
Focused.
So
You're very focused.
let's pull one. So the right path. Well, this doesn't actually answer that question at the minute. But what
Hold on, my dad's
what
coming
this
in.
card says, what this card said, it's all about you
It's a cat.
in this minute, and it's saying that you're not putting yourself forward enough, and you're not showing enough of your true self, you know, kind of hiding partially behind a half open door kind of thing, and not putting your true potential out there. So if you're struggling to move forward, I don't know in what direction that might be, but it just says you need to put yourself out there more. You need to put more of your personality. You need to do more for yourself and just have some positive energy about you, you know. And if you're indoors and you need to get outside, you need to open that front door, if you know what I mean, and go out there. So just be positive. Do what you can to accelerate or to push yourself forward, and stop hiding your light, so to speak. And just be the big you, you know, be a bigger person, expand yourself, go out there, shine your light a bit more, and just be more positive about what you can achieve, as opposed to the fear of I may not succeed, or I don't feel unworthy, or I don't have the confidence, etc. This is a moment to be out there, put yourself out, get noticed, do what it takes to be seen, and be optimistic. Go for things maybe that you wouldn't normally, and push yourself beyond your usual boundaries. And if you do that, then obviously you project an energy of confidence and success, because you're going for it in that manner. So push yourself, go for it, get yourself out there, get known, and go with that. All right?
Can I add on to that?
No, that's my reading. You do yours.
Okay. You're not going to let me?
No. It's my cards.
Rude.
There's yours.
All right, who am I doing then? Kim. Hiya, Kim. Okay, what have we got for you, Kim? Kimmy. Oh, nice one. The world. Not going to see it. You've got new opportunities coming. Things are coming full circle around you. Stepping into a whole new chapter, stepping into a whole new world. There could be travel plans around you. I know I saw you a couple of weeks ago, and I can't even remember if we talked about holidays, but this card can connect, you know the tarot anyway, it can connect to holidays. But that aside, it's talking about loose ends being tied up. I am feeling around June, July time where this will become more, come in focus a little bit more, where there will be loose ends being tied up, things coming full circle and allowing you to move into a whole new chapter, something that you're going to feel where there's more balance, where there's more harmony, and a lot more settling going on there. The world is your oyster. There's attainment, completion, satisfaction, and you're doing, things are going very well with you. All right, Kim, good card. Mandy. Oh, Mandy.
Does Mandy want one?
Yeah, she wants one.
Right. Mandy, hello, darling, all right?
We only said the other day we hadn't seen you for ages.
Yeah, she's been locking herself in because Southampton have been getting smashed lately, football-wise. So, Mand, let's pull one for you. I haven't seen you for ages. I haven't a clue what's going on with you. 3, 4, but let's... Oh, did you hear that? That sounds positive, doesn't it? Great card.
You need to be on camera a bit more.
But I'm all right. So, Mand, this card's about being realistic about where you are with things at the minute. I know it doesn't sound like the most prosperous or optimistic of cards, but in a way it is. It's got the two faces on here, so it also talks about people that surround you, and just being discerning about that crowd of people that are around you, and in amongst them where someone doesn't either show their true colours or is not showing you their true self, you know, where someone's putting on a face, a mask as it were. Now, or maybe if it's referring to you directly, where you, for whatever reason at this minute, are not showing what's really going on with yourself at the moment, okay? And whether or not you're clouding or hiding things from people for whatever reason, maybe it is purposeful that you at this moment you want to kind of hide stuff without things are going on. But it's saying, you know what, you are, and things are how they are, and just go with it, okay? And again, just be wary or observant about people that you deal with, all right? Okay then, man, catch up with you soon and hope that helps in some way.
Okay, I'm just trying to find the next person and I've kind of lost it there a little bit.
There you go. Nicole Green.
I think Have I not done the
Well, I've just done that.
Yeah, thank you. Bless you. I have done that.
Oh, she's put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Move on. No, the other way.
No, it's not. It's this way, see? Rachel Thompson. Hello, Rachel. I haven't seen you for ages. Okay, let's have a look what's going on around you. Right, got the Five of Swords, Rachel. I know this card quite well. This is all about people stealing your thunder, people who you might have to be watching your back a little bit at the moment. You might be thinking, is something really worth it? Can I really be bothered to do something anymore? Am I getting the rewards that I want to be getting? Are other people getting my rewards? That type of thing. What it indicates is that the need to walk away from something, step back from something. And it might feel like a loss, but a short-term loss will end up being a long-term gain. You will end up, if you're the one here that is walking away and that is doing the hard work and maybe not getting all the satisfaction from it, you will end up with the smile on your face, and they won't. If you're the one, which I don't think you are, but if you're the one that's stealing all everyone's ideas, then you will be the one with egg on your face. But I don't feel that's I think that's going on around you at the moment, where you might just be thinking, is something worth it? Can I really be bothered to keep going on with this battle? There is a walking away energy in this. Anyone that's sort of causing any grief, Rachel, it feels like that you don't want any hassle from anyone, that you can't be bothered with any dramas. So if there's any dramas, anything, we like lots of hearts, people, thank you. If there's any dramas going on around you, if there's anything that you just can't be bothered, then just walk away. But just know that you will have a long-term outcome, positive outcome. It just might feel like a short-term loss, but it would be a long-term gain for you, all right? Hope that makes sense, Rachel. And Leanne
Robertson. Name rings a bell.
Ex-girlfriend?
Don't think so. So, Leanne, let's see where we go.
Thank you for the hearts.
Oh. So, for Leanne, this is decision time. Okay. Choices, but it's at a critical moment, so it's not like an everyday decision. It needs thought put behind it, because if there isn't something that's currently, this is like in your pathway in the here and now, okay? So if it's not today, this is on your doorstep one way or another, where you're going to be pushed into a situation where I need to choose an alternative. Okay, but it's one that talks about emotion, it's one that talks about the mind as well, and for a solid benefit for you going forward one way or another. So it's not one of those choices where you just think, I'll do that as quick as that. No, this needs planning, it needs to look at outcomes, and it needs to see what would be best for the long term. I say long term, for at least the immediate future of the next year or 2 years or whatever, okay? So for a long-term impact, we will need to think and judge wisely on the circumstances, on the benefits and the not so good outcomes of this. Weigh them up, list them down, and just see which is and my feelings. I always trust my feelings. So go with your feeling and decide on that, which is the best outcome for you. All right, short and sweet, straight to the point. But that's the card. All right. So good luck with that either way.
Okay, and I've just forgotten the lady's name. Who was I just going to read for there? Oh, goodness me. Rachel. Okay, Rachel. I'm trying to read all the messages. I can't get up. So here we've got Claire said, that's so true. I've always have the fear and know I need to see past the fear and just let it go. Thank you, Colin. You've turned the camera round, so now they're seeing the bottle. That's it. I think I might... That's better. Okay, Rachel. Let's see what we've got for you. Walking away. This card says that emotionally you're done. You're done with trouble, you're done with drama, and now's the time to walk away and make way for peace and harmony, really. things that you've built up in the past, things that you've put effort in, things that are particularly on an emotional matter, although it's difficult and this transition is difficult, deep down you know that it's time to move on from something. So it's about trusting your gut instinct, trusting your intuition. Something around you isn't serving you anymore. It's not good for your soul, it's not good for the energy around you. So you must know something isn't working or isn't worth that emotional sadness anymore. So this card is indicating to walk away from what no longer serves you. But what it does, it allows you, by walking away and closing one door, a new door opens, and it allows you then to put positive energy into something that really does float your boat. And it allows you to focus on yourself. You know, when people say they're going in search of themselves, they go away and go in search of themselves. That's what this card is. You'll be leaving things behind that no longer serve you, so you can go in search of yourself on what really does benefit you and those around you. It's quite an emotional card though, so it's not going to be an easy transition, but it's again saying the long-term effects will be a lot more positive for you. So if you're going through something and you're just thinking, is it worth it? Am I winning? Can I be bothered? This card is saying, do you know what? Just leave it now. Move on. There's better things ahead. Hope that makes sense, Rachel. Hi, Kate and Colin. Lovely to see you together. Good afternoon, David. Now you've gone up too far. Would you like a card, David? You want to pick a card for David?
Hang on.
Oh, what have you
I've done
done?
it again, camera. No, I didn't touch the camera bit. I don't know who I'm dealing with next.
David. I believe. Tara, Nicole, yeah, David.
You just did Rachel, didn't you?
Yeah.
So where's Rachel?
Above all those thank yous.
Oh, right. So am I doing?
David.
Right. Well, David.
You expect them to reply, don't you? And
Yeah.
they don't.
Can't hear
They
you.
can't hear anything.
Can't hear you. So let's go. Okay.
Can't see you.
So this card, this card is just kind of like the energy around at the minute is not about expanding too much and having things come to me from all angles. This card more is about just sustaining myself for the minute and just seeing what I've got and not taking on too many different things, okay? It says that what I've got for the minute will sustain me. I will get everything that I need, pay the bills, roof over the head, and maybe a little extra bit here and there, but nothing, grand. And so it's kind of saying, like, just tread water for a minute, make do with what you have, and see out this period until the energy changes, and then then you start to see where the options broaden, where there's grander things happening, and that you can see the true potential for gathering more, gaining more, whether it's financial or whatever. Okay, and those things will show themselves when the time is right. But for now, stay in the flow of where you are, take what comes as it is, and just sustain yourself. Keep things on an even keel. Don't go putting yourself out on a limb for anything at this minute. Keep it all in house, as it were, and just pay what you pay, get what you get, and just keep it at that way. All right? Okay.
Okay, David, hopefully that makes sense. Leanne, how you doing? I haven't seen you for ages.
Hello, Leanne.
Leanne, oh, okay. You've got this card, Three of Swords. Three of Swords, it's not the best card of the pack. And it's always a difficult one to put across in a positive way, but I'm going to do my best here, as well as, obviously not fluffing around it. So I don't know, Leanne, if there's been a lot of it does feel like it, there's been a lot of emotional things going on around you, heartache, disappointment, and possibly tears. And there could be several different areas that's happened in around. I also don't know if there's been any blood tests or operations that's been going on around you as well. So anything to do with health, we've got to be careful with. But I do know you a little. I haven't seen you for a long time, but I know you, so I know you can handle what I say. But what I'm feeling is anything that's still not right around you, anything that you're feeling not happy with, not content, you need to let this go. This card is better when it's reversed. And then the swords can come out, the pain can ease, the tears can flow, and then you can start to heal yourself. So Leanne, anything that's going on around you at the moment that is either sadness or disappointing, then don't hold it in. Let it go, release those tears so that you can start to heal. All the time that you hold it in and that you keep going and where your soul's not really feeling completed, you're going to stay in that sort of position there where things feel quite heavy and quite emotional for you. Again, it's only a minor card, it's not a major card, so it's temporary, it's not going to stay with you. But it might be easier said than done. I don't know the situations. Sometimes if it's grief, it's difficult to say it quickly. But the quicker that you can release that and start to heal yourself, I feel like mentally you've been like going through quite a lot, and that your pathways just changed quite a lot to how you expected or how you wanted it to be deep down in your heart. So maybe start to think a little bit more logical about your truths and about what it is that start to make you feel a little bit more happier, Leanne. And if that results in letting something go, then there will be healing from it. All right, so pop in the shop and have a little bit of healing. Come in for a cuppa and a cake. All right. Julie?
Yep. No, Julie, if that's the Julie I'm thinking, which I can't see on your picture.
Julie Coleman?
I think I only know one Julie Coleman.
Another ex-girlfriend?
No, but a very good friend. So it's nice to hear from you again, Julie. Used to go down the Spiritualist Church a lot. And so, yeah, nice family unit there. So hello, Julie. And we're just going to do one or two now. One or two, and that will be that. So...
Oh, okay. You're so strict.
So let's
Rules,
go.
Boundaries.
1, 2. So I seem to be picking cards on a similar theme the last couple. All right.
The theme.
So Julie, actually not so much. This card is like taking charge, being your own boss and playing to your own tune, you know, and not taking on influences too much from outside. It's all right listening to advice from outside about whatever it is I'm aiming to do or my situation. But sometimes, as much as another perspective is good, sometimes we're better off trusting our own decisions, you know, our own intuition. And I know that you have a good intuition anyway, so I would listen to that. I feel that this is centered around the home. It doesn't necessarily mean within the home, but the home, the family unit. So it affects either yourself or someone within the family. But you have a big influence within this, all right? So it's a lot about you and what you do or say within it. Either you're being affected externally from someone in the family, or what you do affects other members of the family within it. All right, but a lot of it is personally about how you end up in the situation and where it puts you. So stand firm when you feel it's right. Trust your own intuition. All right, and you set the tone for things and speak up and put it out there. Let people know. No, actually, this is this, and this is what's occurring. All right. So I hope that makes at least a bit of sense to you. And good luck with everything. All right. Take care.
Okay, this is for Bob. Any feedback from you that have had reading a little message? That would be good. Thank you very much. Breaking Colin gently. He's almost a virgin to this.
Yes.
Bob, thank you for sharing, Bob, from Portsmouth. You have got the Two of Wands. Really good card. It's saying that there's lots of ideas around you at the moment. There's planning and action that's needed at the moment. I don't know if you're planning holidays. It's coming into that time of year. or if you're working and things are stepping up a little bit now, Bob. But what it's indicating is that the world is, the world is your oyster. There's definitely a stepping up feeling to this. So you might be taking on more responsibilities. There could be new doors opening for you. It's all very positive. Anything that you've been wanting to do, anything that's got planning, and look into the future in, this is saying go for it now. Start to take that first step and move forward. As we're coming into the spring, lots of new opportunities coming up there. Sorry, my baby cat. Lots of new opportunities coming up for you there, and you're stacked with knowledge. You've got, I don't know if you're even going into teaching or helping other people, but there's a lot of knowledge around you at the moment, Bob, that feels like you'll be sharing to others and helping others on their way. But you've got lots of new opportunities that are coming. It feels like everything is starting to, I feel quite positive around you generally, but it feels like there's even more things coming up that are going to be opening up doors for you and progressing. But no more, what do you keep doing? Just leave it alone. Stop playing with the buttons. No more procrastinating. Is that the word?
It is.
But start actioning, Bob. Start actioning what it is you want to do. Get going with things. Travel, movement, and moving forward, and planning positive ventures.
All right, Ruth.
Ruth Fairy. I love that name. Kate Fairy. Should I change it?
Yeah.
You can see who's the fun one and who's not, can't
Yeah,
you?
well, it's a nice little balance then, isn't it, hey? Keeps it nicely on the line, doesn't it, hey?
I feel like I've been told off.
So, this is going to be my last one. So, Ruth, let's pull a card for you. Right, so this is all about self, this one. So, Ruth, this is about looking at ourselves on all levels now, mentally, physically, spiritually, and as a whole, the person that we are. Okay, it's about getting ourselves into the right place. And so if there's an element that you feel that's not balanced, I mean, if there's been any emotional issues recently, upheaval in the home, or whether, and adversely as they affect your mental state, and by that I mean your thinking, your worry, and all of that, it means get things back in order so you can get yourself balanced again. Deal with things as they come up. Try and eliminate all these things that are disturbing your flow, as it were, and your state of well-being. Don't let other people rattle you. Don't let situations rattle you, and if they are, get them sorted now. Be definite, take steps, do things that you can get back to the balanced state that you should be. All right, and then after that, then you can look more clearly about things that you want to achieve, where you need to go, and what you want to do with things. Get yourself right first, and then you can deal with others after. All right, so eliminate those negatives within yourself and those around you, and then start moving forward. All right, so thank you all.
I'm finished.
Very much. We'll just let Kate do her last one.
And then you can talk about what you're moving into, what you're planning on doing.
What are you on about? I have no idea.
Elaine. 2 of Cups. Oh, this is our card. 2 people coming together, harmony, balance, unity. I don't know if this is a new relationship around you or one that you've got as far as romantic things go, or if there's things going on around you. It could be business partnerships, working together with somebody, or where you're going to just be on the same page as somebody. But it's a really positive card about coming together. If there's been arguments, if there's been things going on around you, Elaine, that haven't been smooth, this card indicates that harmony, where have you gone? Harmony will balance and prevail there. It's about, on a slightly lesser scale, communication, and communicating to the person that you're either working with or that you're involved with, to make sure that you're on the same page, make sure that there's balance and harmony there. You could hear news of engagements, news of people coming together that are very close to you. It brings celebration, unity, and harmony. I don't know if you're looking to move house or if you're thinking about a change later on in your life there, but there is a potential around changes within a home with this card. Like all twos, they are choices and decisions around them. This is more on an emotional level coming in. So you could find that this is why the need for communication is important. There's choices, decisions within a relationship, whether it's working or whether it's a romantic one there. And just, sometimes this card comes up if you're really missing somebody that was very, very close to you and they're in your thoughts at the moment as well. And it lets you know that they're not far from you at all there. So very, very happy, positive, harmonious card for you, Elaine. Something positive coming together. So what I wanted to just let Cole say is this page has been quite inactive with the few posts that I've been putting on over the last year or so. So we're going to try and boost it up a little bit and do some live readings here and there. And obviously, if you know Colin, he's into his trance stuff big time. So he's going to be trying to build it with a few trance bits, whatever you want to say, philosophy on that, and possibly we might do something where we can get the guy that comes through Colin often is Samuel, so we might try and get something with him coming in to be able to do some readings or some philosophy with him and you guys as well. So if you haven't already liked Colin's page, please like it, share it, get others involved. If you've got any questions that you want answered, we'll do our best when we are on. And also, if you want to book Colin for a reading, he's now out and about doing it. Yay! So you can message him on this page or on his regular messenger there, and his phone number's somewhere on the page as well. Likewise, if you want to see all my info, just go on to Kate May or join the group Kate May Modern Day Mystic. We've got a few things lined up on my YouTube channel, Kate May Modern Day Mystic, that's connected to a TV show, YouTube show, Spiritual Productions. So if you're on YouTube, then like and subscribe, and you'll see bits and pieces that are a little bit of fun on that as well. So, anything else, Fla?
No, all good.
All good. Thank you very much, everyone. Sorry we didn't get round to everyone. Just one of those things that if you're interested, jump on board next time you see the message. Thank you.
Cheers, bye.
See ya.